Hey, it's Carl Kwan here. So if you're going to be making videos for your business, one of the most important things before you even turn on the camera is to make sure that you have a good microphone for the audio. Because if your audio quality is not very good, people they won't actually say anything, but they will know that the quality of your video somehow just doesn't work. And that can be a really bad way to create, well, it can be a really great way to create a bad impression. And if you're gonna create videos and put yourself out there and try to, give that sort of human element to your business, you definitely don't want people to have a hard time listening or watching your videos. So the microphone that I'm using right now is called the COMICA CVM-V30 Lite. This microphone was sent to me for review. I did not, have to, give a good positive review about it, but I am going to review it just to compare it also to the other microphone that I like, which is the COMICA CVM-V10 Mark II, I believe it is. I really love that microphone, and I'll also compare it to my favorite lavalier microphone, which is the Edutige ETM-006. Okay, so right now, the entire video, you've been listening to the V30. What do you think about this audio? This is what it sounds like. The place that I'm in right now is quite echoey. We have a child running around as well, bumping the table and making noise. So that can sometimes maybe introduce different issues into the audio, all right? So let me plug in now the V10, the smaller one, and you can hear what that sounds like. Okay, so now you're listening to the V10. This is the COMICA CVM-V10. It's the smaller micro, sort of mini microphone that they have. Now, both of these microphones are actually attached to the top of my camera. And the reason why I'm doing this is because this is probably the most common way that most people will use their microphone. It's not necessarily the most ideal way because you do want it as close to your mouth as possible, and usually either, coming from the top pointing down towards your mouth or from the bottom pointing up towards your mouth. So coming straight on like this isn't necessarily the best way to get good audio. Sometimes there's just all this echo and stuff from behind or from over there that can come into the audio as well, okay? So right now you've been listening to, like I said, the CVM V10 Mark II, I believe. So what do you think of this audio compared to the V30? And now I'm gonna switch over to the Edutige ETM-006 microphone. Okay, so now I'm using the Edutige ETM-006, and I've actually had to turn the gain on the camera all the way down to 1. When I was using the COMICA microphones, I had them at 9 or at 10, but with this one here, I have to turn it way down because not only is it more sensitive, but it's also closer to my mouth, so that's why it's much louder. You'll probably notice, I don't know, I haven't listened to it yet, but I'm gonna guess it's also much clearer and it'll probably sound a little bit less echoey than the other two microphones. So you be the judge. Which one of these microphones sounds better? And just for comparison's sake, I'm gonna take out the microphone completely, readjust the levels, and just use the internal built-in mic, all right? So just 1 second. Hey, I should also mention that this microphone, the CVM-V30 Lite, can also be plugged directly into a phone. And so if you have a 3.5mm jack like I do on my iPhone 6 here, you can plug it in directly. If you don't have a headphone jack, then you'll have to use a dongle. Otherwise, this is what it sounds like. Now, keep in mind, this is actually quite close to my mouth. It's about 12 inches away from my mouth and pointed down towards my mouth. Just be sure you flick the switch on the back of the microphone so that it is for the phone and not for the camera. Alright, so this is what it sounds like with just the iPhone 6's built-in microphone. I'm really close to it. I'm only about a foot away, so either way, the audio isn't going to be horrible, but it's not going to be great either. Okay, so we're back. Now this is using the Sony A6500's built-in microphone. I had to set the gain up to 25, or was it 24? Anyway, I had to bump it up really high in order to get the gain to be the same. So what happens is that you end up getting a lot more noise into the audio, and of course, all this echo just goes directly into the microphone. So let me switch back over to the COMICA CVM-V30, which is the mic I'm supposed to be testing here, so we can get back to like the baseline of what the audio sounds like. All right, I'm back with the original CVM-V30 by COMICA. So, which microphone did you prefer? The V30, the V10, or the Edutige ETM-006? You let me know which one is better for you. It doesn't really matter which one you get, to be honest. As long as you have a microphone, it's always better. You can always work on the placement if you're working with a microphone such as this, where right now it's on top of the camera, not necessarily ideal, but you can always move it off of the camera. You can always find a way to mount it, above you or below you or somewhere out of frame close by to get better audio. All right, anyway, so if you like this video, please make sure you like and subscribe and let me know what you thought of the microphones. Talk to you later, bye-bye.